It started in the late 1960s in Philadelphia with a young boy named Darryl McCrae, also known as Cornbread. It was Darryl's first day back into public school after getting out reforming school. As he walked into the classroom, he said to himself, "I'm going to find the prettiest girl in this room." In the spot and moment, he found her. Her name was Cynthia. But however, he didn't know how to talk to her. So he decided to express his love by writing to her. Whether it was on her desk, on the wall, or on the bench where she sat, waiting for the bus. And he wanted to let her know that Cornbread loves her. But he did not tell her his street name was Cornbread. That's why she did not know who was Cornbread guy was. But one day, when Darryl left his book on his desk, Cynthia found it and saw the message saying Cornbread loves Cynthia. And that same day, Cynthia fell in love with Darryl. And Cornbread thought to himself, if I could make a girl fall in love with me by writing a message on a wall, imagine what I could do out in public. And Cornbread is well-known to be the first graffiti artist in the 21st century. And I'm sure that every one of you in this room have your own view of graffiti. Today, I will show you the history, types of graffiti, and the impact of graffiti in today's society. According to Caleb Neon, Harvard educator and graffiti artist, graffiti is a modern rock and roll visual art. It came from America. It's spread all around the world. Ever since walls were created, mankind has been writing on them since they came and existed. The Egyptian period, in the U.S., in the United States during the Great Depression. It was most promoted, and later on, the late 30s was gangs, graffiti in the Southwest, but it wasn't until the late 60s and early 80s when graffiti came to life as an art form. In the early years of graffiti, kids and teens would go around the street and would tag on subway, cars, walls, even school property. It would start off as a simple signature to a large wall painted with different colors and distinct writing that would make a piece of art on a mural. Graffiti is an art form that till this day, after 40 years, continues to expand around the world. Graffiti consists of spray paint on walls or markers on a piece of paper. They evolve along with the hip-hop and breakdown scene created by DJ Kool Herc. Here's a picture of a young kid with spray paint. I'm just starting with the trend way back 4 years ago. And now that we all have an idea of where graffiti came from, I will inform you about the different types of graffiti writing. There are two types of graffiti. There is a gangster writing and artistic graffiti. Gangster style graffiti is used by gang members to mark their territory, and it is usually just a bunch of scribbles with no colors or art form. The artistic consists of different bright colors, 3D writing, drawing that shows the message of how the artist expressed him or herself. Gangster writing causes death and chaos among those who mark their territory on walls, while artistic graffiti drew artists to express themselves and share their talent. Even though writing probably is illegal, however, now there are better opportunities to display the piece of artwork to the public. One of the biggest showing was on April 17, 2011 at the Museum of Contemporary Art of Los Angeles, California. And today I share you with the history behind graffiti, types of graffiti, and how it has impact of our society today. And this issue of graffiti being seen as an art form will be great for many years to come. However, art is what nature is not capable of creating. Thank you.
All right, Skylar, what did you think?
I thought he did a really good job. It kind of took a little while for him to get to what the topic was going to be on, so that was a little confusing at first, but I think he had a lot of good information, and it was a really interesting topic to talk about. I liked how he explained with the story how it started, but it took a little while to understand what he was going to talk about.
All right, the criticism that you make of the introduction, I think, is valid. It's a 6-minute speech, and 2 minutes is the story that we get about cornbread trying to hit on this girl. And, it takes a long time to get to the point that you're talking about, so we're a third of the way into the speech when the introduction ends, and we finally get some sense of what the topic is going to be about and how you're going to talk about it. Once we get to that point, it needs to develop a little bit more. You've got some interesting information. I only heard one source citation early on in the speech, and I'm sure that you've consulted other information, but it's not getting into the presentation as effectively as it needs to, so you want to make sure that you do that more consistently. You're a little script dependent because I think you want to get all the words right, and you want to make sure that the ideas come out the way they're expressed there on the page. The problem is that it makes you seem stiff and uncertain, and instead of somebody who is confident and interested in this subject, you come across as a little bit unfamiliar, like this is the first time I've ever talked about or thought about this subject. And I hope that that's not the case. I hope that, in fact, it's something that you feel it's important to talk about and it's interesting, but because you are having to read so much, I think it takes away from your delivery and undermines your enthusiasm there. The visual materials are okay, although there are a couple of things that I'm not sure why you bothered including them. Why we get the picture of the kid with the spray can, I don't know. Mostly that just irritated me. I got a pretty good idea about the spray cans being utilized in the process. I think if we could see some of the some more of the differences between the gang tagging and the things that you define as street art, that would be helpful. Maybe talking about particular styles or characteristics of street art that are distinguishable either because of the artist or because of the styles that they're using or some kind of message that's going on. I think that would be helpful. But we went from, well, they tag on buildings to all of a sudden we're at the California Museum of Modern Art. And I'm going, how to take a step like that? That's a pretty big jump to make instantaneously.